G'day, welcome back to the Fantasy Farmers podcast. Tap's back from sabbatical. We're going to get into the week 3 review.
Yes, good time to be back. Just in time for Cowboys versus Bears. Disgusting. But yeah, where do you want to start?
We can start with the Thursday night game. So we've got Bills versus the Dolphins. The Dolphins made it a little bit harder than I expected for the Bills, but at the end of the day, I think the main takeaway is, for me, I did say in a short that James Cook is a top 10 RB.
Mm-hmm.
I'm nearly going to go as far as to say, I won't say top 5. I've got him at number 6 for the rest of the year.
Number 6?
Yeah.
I think he's... I don't think he cracks my top 10.
Still.
I think he played the Dolphins. I think that's why
Yeah, but this is actually his worst game, scores-wise, for the year.
Yeah, I know. He has looked, to be fair, he's looked very good, but I just think that regression is going to come in soon.
Yeah.
But having said that, I think he's still top 12.
Yeah, I just think the touchdowns are still there from last year, which is the part that everyone thought was going to drop off.
Yeah.
And the usage, he was around the 50% snap share. He's operating around 60, 65 this year. And even this game in particular, like Davis had 1 target, Johnson 3 carries, 2 targets. Like that's like almost no one else is getting used other than him.
I think as well, the Bills doing so well, I could see James Cook just getting rested.
Well, I think that's the one problem. In the fourth quarter, they do rest him and even Allen sometimes.
Yep.
When they're up by so much. So
I think when they have competitive, close games, like this one actually was a little bit competitive.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
I think that's when he's going to get a lot of usage. But I think if you're going to have games where there's just big blowouts, which there will be because the Bills are that good, I think there's going to be a lot of games where you just won't see him in the last quarter.
Yeah, that's fair. And that's, I think, what also hurt him last year a little bit. So, yeah, potentially the same could happen this year. But, I just think the reason he's going to be off the field is because they're winning by so much. And that normally results in him probably 1, even 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So, by then, he's already got a decent score.
Definitely. Is he a buy high for you at the minute? I think he almost is for me. I think he's still a top.
I think so, because as an owner in our main league, I've been trying to offload him the last couple of weeks to sell him high. But now, I probably would go the opposite because I wasn't getting that fair value. So maybe you've got someone that is in the position they want to sell high, but I think he can be stable or even go a little bit higher in his value. So I think that's a good point.
Yeah, he's definitely someone I'd be looking to buy high, just depending on what my running back depth is looking like, especially after this week. There's probably a good chance you've got an injured running back on you.
Yeah, that's a good point, and we'll get into that because lots of injuries this week.
Oh, too many.
Yeah, staying with the Bills, I think my next takeaway would be I think Kincaid is the wide receiver 1.
I think you're right.
He's the red zone target.
Yeah, he's definitely that red zone target. Even the blocking tight end, Hawes, even he pulled in a touchdown.
Yeah, yep. Dawson Knox actually nothing. That's surprising.
They spread it around that much, but I think you're right. Kincaid is that first read option. I think he's if you're going to start any of the pass catchers, it's Kincaid.
I think him. Yeah, and that's probably the other point. I think Coleman had a good week 1. Shakir not bad this week actually, 14 points, but I think it's very inconsistent from all of them. Probably can't start anyone for the foreseeable future.
I think if any of the Bills pass catchers have a big week, you got to try sell. I think
I agree.
If I've got Shakir at the minute, I'm trying to sell him.
Yep.
If I can go and get a Jacoby Myers, I'm taking it.
Yeah, he's had a down week, so that's a good one, I think.
I think any of them. There's a few teams like that at the minute. If you're waiting for a big week, and just try and offload them as quickly as you can.
Agree. Yep.
Yeah, and he's definitely one of them. Khalil Shakir this week. Try and get rid of him.
Yeah, for me, I'd probably, as you just said, try and sell high on your Bills receivers. I would probably say the same for the whole Miami team.
Yep.
I think Mike McDaniel might be gone soon. Tyreek, I still think he's going to get traded. We'll see if that happens in the next few weeks or not. But I think that team's getting ready to implode.
Yeah.
It's time to get out. They've all actually had good weeks this week. 16, 15, and 14 points. So
they were unlucky not to win that game. Or even just bring it a little bit closer. Two throwing that interception. Yeah. But no, 100% agree. I think the only Dolphin I'm looking to keep and stash potentially is Ollie Gordon.
Agree. I think
but the rest sell.
If they do change coach, I think he's the one that will benefit. Because I think it'll become maybe not 50-50 split, but I think Achan's workload will come back. Definitely, you're not going to keep up that target volume.
I think Gordon, he gets all the goal line work.
Yeah.
If someone else does come in.
Agree. Yeah. And that's it.
Yeah, that's it for that game.
Okay, so now we can get into the Sunday slate. All right, so we'll move over to Sunday games. I've got on my list here. So first up, we've got Cardinals v the 49ers. So I think a last-minute field goal to win the game.
Yeah, 49ers somehow managed to pull out another late win. They did it against the Seahawks in week 1.
Yeah, but not one of the best games I've seen.
No, it was abysmal.
Yeah.
But it was weirdly both teams rolling in undefeated.
Yep.
I think that was the biggest surprise there, but 49ers winning, I had them winning.
Yeah, even as a Cardinals man, I thought they would win. I think, I'll say this. So McCaffrey, I think, is the clear RB1 now.
Yeah, I agree.
If it wasn't clear before, it is now. I think to go away from this game, but Puka as the wide receiver 1, I think them two are very clear. They were like the Chase and Bijan in draft season. Everyone thought they were the clear 1 and 2. I think now them two, for me, are clear 1 and 2. The number 3 option is a fair way behind both of them.
Yeah, I think the only one that's sort of coming close to CMC, I'd probably say, is Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, I'd probably agree. He'd be in my top 5.
Yeah, I think
he started really well.
Yeah, Bijan, he's definitely fallen down a little bit for me. Again, I think I was right about the Falcons. I think I was right being all out on the Falcons.
We'll get into that, but yeah,
abysmal. Right, but yeah, CMC is definitely the RB1, and I think Puka, I agree, wide receiver 1.
Yeah. So we don't need to go too much into that. Yeah, if you can, still got a league mate that's going to try and sell high on McCaffrey because he's coming off the injury. Maybe they're still a little bit worried. I'd be nearly paying anything to try and get him.
Yeah, he's a buy high, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, because really you're chasing the RB1. Yeah. Potentially overall number 1 if he manages to play every game.
If you got Bijan and the McCaffrey owner will take Bijan, I would do that.
Oh yeah, every day of the week. Yeah, if I've got Bijan, I'd trade him for Puka outright.
Yeah, I would definitely.
Even with the sort of running back sort of premium
scarcity. Yeah,
I'd be willing to trade away Bijan for Puka.
Yep.
But this game, I don't think there's too much of a surprise with any of the sort of players. You sort of know what you're going to expect. PSL getting a lot of usage, CMC getting a lot of usage.
With Jennings out,
yeah. Marvin Harrison's still not getting a touchdown.
So he actually, I think one of my reasons I had him as a top 12 receiver coming into the year was he catches everything. So that drop hurts my ego and myself as a Cardinals supporter, but
I saw it coming.
I still think I would nearly buy low, but I'm not sure what I'll give up for him. I need to look into it a bit more.
I'd be selling if I've got him.
But what are you selling him for?
Bag of chips. Anything.
He's not like.
I'd be finding my local Cardinals supporter and selling it.
Like, as an example, would you be able to get like a Jacoby Myers for Harrison?
Potentially off name value, because Myers notoriously does not have any name value for whatever reason. Where Marvin Harrison
I would prefer maybe Myers is going to be good 12 to 14 points. For Harrison, I still think he can explode. I think
that might be bias.
Yeah, probably, but I still think he should be able to get there, and
anyone can get there, but he just doesn't do it.
And maybe now, as we'll get into, so the running back situation, James Conner, very sad to see the man go down.
Yep.
I mean, in the podcast and in the short, I said I'm out on him. But it's sad to see it go down like that. It looks like it's going to be season ending.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, in terms of fantasy value, that means Benson. I think he then goes automatically to the value that Connor was, so like a round 4 or 5 pick. Yeah. I think Benson jumps into that.
He's a locked in RB2.
Yeah, so he's going to be good rest of the season.
Definitely.
And he gets like 4 targets for Connor, 4 targets for Benson in this game. If you convert them all over to Benson, I think he's going to have a very safe floor.
Yeah, he'll do sort of what you Josh Jacobs is doing at the minute. Just he's going to give you 12 to 15 points as the floor every week. I think that's what he's going to do.
So I would say maybe someone not realizing they know Benson's probably going to become a borderline starter for them. If you can go out there and get like who is someone you would trade for him? Would you trade a Harrison for Benson?
Yeah, definitely.
I think I'll do that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you got, like I said, you've got a really, really safe floor. Where you look at Marvin, you're potentially getting 0 points every week.
But I think it's been nearly 20 and then 2 under 10 scores. So
yeah, I'm pulling the trigger on that one big time, and I think that's one that is realistic, just given again name value. Marv's just had this insane name value since he's sort of got drafted.
True. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot really to go off with players there.
Bryce scored a touchdown, so if he's going to start getting that, then that scares me off Marv even more. So
yeah, that's why.
I'm
number one.
A little bit torn on Marv, but I would probably hold another week, but I think Taft's probably right. He's probably a sell while you can.
Definitely.
For the name value.
If he's another one like Shakir, if he has a big week, get rid of him.
Yeah.
Straight away.
I think that's probably the reason why I would try and keep him, because I think he can have that big week and then maybe he can sell for a little bit more.
Yeah. If anything, his value's probably a bit down now, so you'd be selling low.
Yeah, you would be, yeah.
But there's always that potential value's only going to drop even further.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Next up is...
Next one we got, Falcons, Panthers.
Yep, the one we forecast a little bit. Did not see this coming. I actually picked up the Falcons defense in our league. So that was not a good start.
No. I didn't see it coming either. I wasn't very high on the Falcons. I didn't think it was going to be this bad.
Yeah.
This is abysmal. Kirk Cousins coming in for...
Yeah, that's the question. Do you think Cousins starts next week, or they give Penix one more?
I don't know.
I think they'll give him one more, but if it's no good again, I think they might move over to Kirk.
Well, how many wins is this 3 losses now for the Falcons?
No, 1 and 2.
Okay, so I think Michael Penix does get the start again. I think if he loses next week, then he's out.
Yeah. Which is funny. I've heard a little bit of rumours that the Bengals, maybe it's fancy people talking because they had a shocking week this week, that they should be going after someone like a Kirk Cousins.
They should be going after Jameis Winston.
Well, yeah, I also think that. But Kirk would probably make more sense for the franchise, but I don't think Falcons are going to want to give him up because they might have to start him in a week or 2.
Yeah. All the Bengals, I'd be knocking on Cleveland's front door saying, hey, give us one of your 20 starting QBs.
Yeah, that's a good point too. I don't mind that, and I think we'll get into it with the Cleveland, but I think they should be moving to one of their rookie QBs. There's no point sticking with the 40-year-old.
Yeah.
Potentially that could be a good option for the Bengals to have Flacco.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. It'd bring value back to a lot of the Bengals players.
I think so, yeah.
But
especially...
Let's stick with the Falcons.
Yeah, we'll get into this one. Yeah. A bit sidetracked. So not much for me to take away. I think the main takeaway is London and Mooney. They're right on the cusp of big games. They're getting the target volume, but obviously it looks like Penix isn't very accurate and is obviously playing poorly. Maybe if Kirk comes in, they have a boost, or if he can find some form. I think they're both still buy lows for me, even though London has a borderline first-round pick at the start of the year.
I agree. I think, the Falcons suck, but you know that London and Mooney are going to get targets.
Yeah.
And I think in a PPR league, doesn't matter how good that offense is, because, you potentially, if they're going to get 10 targets a game like they have, it doesn't matter.
As long as they're a little bit more catchable, then, you're going to get them PPR points.
Yeah, so there's probably not going to be a whole lot of touchdowns, I think, for both teams here. I think on the Panthers side, you've got Ted McMillan. I think he's a good option again for that, just the amount of targets he's going to have.
He should have a safe floor, like 7 points. I don't see him scoring much less than that.
I think this game was just a blowout, so he sort of just...
Yeah, well, that's true.
As much. It's unlike the Panthers to have this sort of game where they don't have to throw.
Yeah.
So I think that's why he's had a down week. He's definitely a buy low.
You selling?
No. He's a buy low because, exactly that. They could just run the ball, basically.
Correct, yeah.
But I think London, Mooney, Tet, they're all going to have their targets. I wouldn't look to sell. I'd look to buy.
Yeah. Who's someone you would give up for London?
For London,
you reckon you could get done?
It's hard to say at the minute.
If you, I don't know if they'd do it, but would you do Garrett Wilson? I think I'd do that pretty comfortably.
No, I'd hold on to Garrett Wilson.
Yeah. Okay.
I think I'd still hold Wilson just because he's going to get similar target share, but he's the only receiver on that Jets team that's going to get similar targets.
True.
Where you still got the Falcons. I think, well, to keep it in line with the Jets, I think if I had Breece Hall, I'd try and package him up with any potentially a Juwan Johnson. If I had Breece Hall, Juwan Johnson, I'm packaging him up and trying to pass
no one's taking Drake London. That trades like that have been going around our league. No one's packaging tight end with someone and getting anyone.
Yeah, that's the thing. I suppose, with tight end, it's a bit hard.
Yeah.
But
unless someone's really struggling at tight end.
If I can put a package together and whoever has Drake London isn't really paying attention or just they're going into this and they're now 0-3 and they're starting to panic, I'd try and package someone up and try and move up. But they're probably taking him at the end of the first, so it might be a bit hard.
Yeah, it will be hard, yeah.
So similar with Chase. Jamar Chase, someone's going to be holding on to Jamar Chase because they went big.
Yeah, they paid number 1 pick for him.
Number 1.
And I think he'll be better than what he was today.
Yeah. I think Darnell Mooney, he's probably a good one to go for.
Yeah, so someone I bought, I thought at a reasonable price for Jalen Warren, but now Warren's taken off, so not happy with that one, actually. Then, Panthers, not much to take away. Dowdle got a lot of usage, but I think because they're up by so much.
I think Chuba's a bit risky. I think, Panthers, I think the only player I'm comfortable starting is Ted McMillan. Everyone else, Chuba.
I'd be comfortable with Chuba, but Rico. He's never going to be a top 12 guy.
They're risky flex plays, I think.
He's around the probably 15 to 20 mark in RBs. I think he should have a safe floor.
I think 18 to 24. He's a low end RB2, I think. Yeah. I wouldn't be happy if he was my RB1.
Yeah.
To put it that way.
Agree. Yeah.
Okay. But that's it.
That's it. Okay, moving along. So now we're on to
the upset game of the week.
Yeah, and probably a game, nearly the top 2 defenses. Packers v the Browns.
Yep.
What's your main takeaway?
That the Packers are potentially fraudulent.
Oh, I didn't see that coming. Okay.
I think that's my biggest one. They just lost to the Browns.
I think the Browns played really well, I think. The defense played well anyway. Yeah,
I think the Browns has the best defense. I think they're better than the Steelers. I think the Steelers, I don't know what's happened with their defense.
Yeah,
they're falling apart. But the Browns definitely have that best defensive line. I think Myles Garrett's probably the best defensive player in the league. Yeah. You can't run the ball against them. Yeah. You just can't. They held Derrick Henry to, I think, about 2 points.
Yeah.
So I think the Browns, I'm a little bit more interested to see how they go for the rest of the season. I think with Quinshon Judkins coming back, I think he's
unbelievable.
My RB12 call is pretty.
I was going to say it's really shocked me.
Yeah, I think
he's looking really good.
If they can lean on the run and their defense, I think they're going to do really well. I don't think they're going to go and blow out any teams, but I think they're going to be consistent. I think they'll win games like this a lot. It'll be close, but their defense is good enough to rely on, and that run game looks dangerous.
Yep, agree. Yep.
That was probably my big takeaway. The wide receivers for the Green Bay Packers, I said it a million times, you're never going to be able to predict who's going to be the number 1 option.
I will say they're trying to give Golden as many opportunities as they can. I think he could be a sneaky buy though.
I'm selling
to see if he's selling. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is his best. It is his best game.
It is.
And that's with no Jaden Reed or Christian Watson.
I don't know if he'll make it back.
I think he's set to come back week 6.
Okay.
So it is sort of similar, sort of close, sorry. And Jaden Reed's out for about 6 to 8.
Yeah.
So towards the end of the season, you're going to have 2 star wide receivers coming back.
True.
Into an already crowded room. Yeah. I think Golden, I'm looking to sell if I've got him.
Okay. Yeah, actually, I might have. You might have swayed me on that one. And then when that's the tight end room, I do like the rookie Fannin from the Browns. I think Njoku had more targets this game, and that can happen from time to time. But they seem to be scheming him up, and I think this might have just been a rough matchup against the Packers defense.
Yeah. Yep. I think Njoku and Fannin, I think they're both going to have their days. With how volatile the tight end sort of position is, you're going to be happy if your tight end's getting 8 points.
Yeah. Yeah,
so I think they're both going to do that every week.
Yeah.
But then they've got the upside
or
for
get
a touchdown.
Close enough. Yeah.
I think you're not going to trade either of them now. And Njoku, you're keeping him. He's pretty good.
And to go a little bit away from fantasy maybe, but I think as the Browns, Joe Flacco, he's not, for me, I don't think he's really getting the job done for him in the passing game. I think their defense is obviously good. They got the run game. They got good tight ends. They actually got good receiving options, I'd say. I don't see why they wouldn't try and go a Gabriel or a Sanders. Just see what they've got. And I think one of them could hit and be better than Flacco.
Yeah.
In terms of from away from the fantasy standpoint, that's what I'd be.
Well,
that's what I'd be doing. Just see how they go, or if not, they get another top pick.
They do
try
have
again next year.
Deshaun Watson coming back. He's not far off.
He's done. He's got to be done.
If he can return to any form that he had prior to the Browns,
it's been too long now.
But you never know. Look at Daniel Jones. Everyone wrote him off.
Yeah, it's true.
He was completely written off prior to the season, and then I think he's broken some record for the first 3 games, like for touchdowns and.
I think it was I can't
remember what
it took to the second quarter of the third game for them to go a drive without scoring a touchdown or a field goal.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the point. Yeah.
So it's like you got players like that, Daniel Jones.
I think you could see Jones wants it. I think it's fairly obvious that Watson couldn't give 2 shits.
Yeah,
he got his money and he's.
Yeah, I think the Browns they've already got too many QBs. I couldn't see them really trading for another one.
No, I'm not thinking trading. I think maybe keep Flacco there, or maybe there's an option to trade him away. But I would give it one of the rookies and just see what they got. And you never know, one of them could just hit real good.
Yeah.
And then you've got to win.
Yeah, I think that'll be later on in the season if they're still not doing well. I think if they've rolled into week 10, they've got 2 wins.
To me, I think
definitely
Flacco is the one holding them back in the offense at the moment.
Okay.
They've got the run game is looking really good now. They got 2 decent wide receivers, and Bond I actually quite like. He's moving up the ranks.
Yeah.
And then 2 decent tight ends as well. Plus the offensive line is doing the job, and obviously defense is looking like the top 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
To me, the quarterback is the weakness at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. Is Shedeur Sanders? What do you think happens with him?
I think I don't see him trading him away. Who's going to trade?
I think he fades out of the spotlight.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
I think
Gabriel will be the guy. I think
he is the other Sanders. He was at Tampa Bay. I think he got dropped.
The brother.
Yeah. And then Shedeur, I keep saying that the Ravens initially wanted him.
Yeah, they did.
And had a terrible interview with them as well.
Yeah.
I think Sanders.
I'd love to see these interviews.
Yeah. So I think Sanders sort of fades away a little bit after this season.
Yeah.
I could definitely see Dylan Gabriel sort of stepping into that role. From what I've seen, he had heaps of rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, and I'm not saying one of them will be great. I'm just saying why not give it a go?
Yeah.
Like why go with the 40-year-old that's already not looking good?
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah.
You've
and Tucker Crafty just injured this week, so keep the faith. He'll be better next week.
Yeah, Romeo Dubs potentially go and grab him if he's available. I've got him, and I'm probably going to get rid of him. But if it's a deeper league,
he scored.
Give it a
go. He had 2 targets in this game with all the receivers out. So
I think that was a high almost for the receivers as well.
Yeah.
Only 2.
Yeah. Well, Golden had 4, but yeah, so it's a good sell.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Get used to it. But anyway,
all right.
I think it's time for a lovely.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh,
are we? Yeah. Okay.
I'm missing this. What are we looking at? We're looking at Little Creatures Pale Ale. 5.2%. 1.4 standard drinks. A strong one.
So this is from Fremantle and Geelong in Australia.
Is it?
Yeah, that's nice. I'm pretty confident you're not going to like it, but
oh no,
I like it.
Yeah,
that's a Brunswick drink.
From the smell, that's a bit fruity. This one actually might be fruity, unlike the last one that you said was fruity. I don't know what fruit you're eating at your house. It just must be fermenting in the fruit basket.
Maybe there's a bit of remnants. Yeah, I quite like that. That's they're not pale ale. I love a pale ale, but you can't drink. I think if you're drinking more than 2 or 3, they get a bit funny on the palate. But yeah,
isn't that a good indication that they're not good?
No, but
if you can't drink more than 1,
especially pale ale IPA or even XPA, extra pale ale, that's where it gets really, you can one or two of them and then you got to move on to something else.
I think if you can't drink more than one, can't have more than 330 mils of it.
So yeah,
I think that's a pretty good indication.
One is low, and I'm talking about a pint. A couple of pints, and then you move across to the next one.
I'd be spewing if I paid for a pint of this. I'd be filthy.
I'm going to give it. Actually, I'm going to drop down a bit. I'm going to give it that's a 3 actually. That's a 3. Tom Brady Super Bowl rings out of 7. So it's gotten worse and worse actually.
Yeah, it has. It keeps getting worse. It's like.
See, I told you. So you can't have too much of them. It already starts to.
We've both had this much. You're already saying too much. Oh, and you gave it a 3.
3, yeah.
I think that's way too high.
What are you going?
1.
You're very up and down.
This is abysmal.
I don't reckon you've ever given a 3 or a 4 in the middle.
It's either good or shit. There is no in between. I think I might have give. I think that VB got a.
Oh yeah, maybe you might have been right.
That one was surprising, but this one's not surprising at all.
If you think you can make a better beer or a pale ale, I'd like to try it. Taff might not.
Yes, Little Creatures. I'm sure you want to sponsor.
But yeah, give us an email and you can have your beer here on the pod. We can review it and get the audience drinking your beer.
Maybe not this one. Jaguars.
Yeah. Next up, Texans versus the Jaguars.
The Texans versus the Jaguars. Yeah.
I think the Jaguars have a Trevor Lawrence problem. I think he's not looking good.
All of a sudden, Mac Jones looks awesome.
Yeah.
All of BTJ's production came with Mac Jones.
It did.
Yeah. I think both of these teams, though, to be honest, their offenses are both cooked. I think they both look really shit.
Yeah.
The only player out of both of these teams I want is Nico.
Yeah. Actually, I don't mind. The run game's actually going quite good in Jacksonville. So the offensive line is good. The problem is Lawrence.
Yeah.
I think he'll turn it around. I think.
I don't. He's had a long time now.
What's his name? Liam Cohen. I think he. Well, for me, Baker was already on the start of turning around. Then he got him really going.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe not this year, but maybe next year, Lawrence will be a serviceable quarterback.
I don't think so.
You don't think? You reckon they'll get rid of him? Or?
I think the only reason he is still the starter is because he was the number 1 pick. I think. Yeah, he got the Heisman.
He's one of the best quarterback prospects of all time.
I think that's the only reason he's still starting. Even last season, I thought the same thing prior to the injury. I thought, the only reason he's still a starter is because they paid up so high for him.
Yeah.
He hasn't looked good for a long time.
True. I think that's why they brought in someone like Cohen. A little bit of a quarterback whisperer. I think he'll turn around, but I'm a bit worried about this year. I don't know if it'll be this year.
I don't know. I think now especially you're looking at Mac Jones and what he was able to do with that team, and it's only gotten better since he's left. So it's like, okay, well, it has to be Trevor Lawrence. If Mac Jones can go and do that.
Yeah. Are you panicking on all the receivers, essentially?
Yeah. I think if you've got Hunter, you can drop him.
I wouldn't go that far, but he's nowhere near the starting lineup.
Yeah, no.
I think the one good thing I do hear people saying, it's time for him to pick. They got to pick, is he a defense or offense player? And they need a lot more help on offense than they do defense.
Yeah, I think he's playing a lot more snaps on defense.
He has been lately. I think they've had a few injuries.
Yeah.
His snap share on offense has gone down each week, plus his usage.
Yeah.
But I still think he's someone you stash at the bottom end of your roster, but you can't start him. And maybe if there's someone really good on waivers, he could be droppable, but he will be picked up by someone else for sure.
Yeah, I think if he's got 2 targets again next week, you have to drop him. Like, there's just, you'd rather a Demario Douglas, you'd rather a Darius Slayton. You'd rather
Demario Douglas going to set the world alight in the second half of the year? He's always going to be
you're going to get half a dozen targets.
He's going to be 10 points a game. Hunter could break out second half. He's a rookie at the end of the day.
I just don't.
I like having rookies on the bottom end of my roster. That can break out.
I don't know. I just
I would not.
If BTJ isn't even getting like many targets, I can't see both of them doing well.
But I honestly, I saw this a little bit from BTJ, but I thought it was going to be because Hunter was getting more used. So the fact that they're both not doing it is a worry.
You got your Parker Washingtons, your De'Ami Browns mixing in, looking better.
Yep.
So
even is that Tim Patrick?
That's Tim Patrick.
He's a very serviceable receiver as well.
Yeah, that's the thing. All these options around him, and then Brenton Strange. Haven't even touched on him.
Yeah, he was one of the tight end smokies.
Travis Hunter. I'd be dropping him.
Yeah, I'm still going to hold the faith, but you can't start him.
Yeah,
you cannot start
definitely
him.
Not.
And yeah, you're probably right. Definitely on the Texans side of the ball, I think the only guy that's rosterable is Collins.
Yeah.
Maybe have Chubb on the bench in case what? Woody Mark's injury.
Yeah.
I think even then
he's going to be pretty
good. Agumba is probably third down back, but he's not bad.
Yeah, I think
I would try and package him probably.
Both teams, Nico's a starter, Travis Etienne is a risky flex play or RB2 for me.
I wouldn't mind. You can stash Tootin as well. I like that run game.
Yeah, you can stash Tootin, but then I think Tootin's going to be another one where he'll go off when he's on your bench, and then as soon as you chuck him in your lineup,
you can never start Tootin without an Etienne injury.
Yeah, no. Unless you're decimated at running back.
Even like you said, Etienne is a risky flex play because Tootin is eating into the workload. If one of them go down, the other one is an automatic. I would say nearly top 15 running back. But if one of them doesn't go down, then risky starts.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be enough touchdowns as well for either of them to really be that top sort of 12, 15.
Yeah, agree. Yep.
But yeah, it's wild.
Although in saying that they both scored touchdowns this week, and they both scored touchdowns last week.
So, yeah,
but I don't.
Couldn't do it against the Texans.
Yeah, I don't.
Wait, did they get a touchdown?
Yeah, they both scored a touchdown
this week. Oh.
Yeah, but 11 and 8 points without the touchdown. That's both terrible weeks. So yeah, you might be onto something there actually.
I didn't realize it was because of the touchdowns that they got that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look. Very risky then.
Yeah.
You're relying on a touchdown.
Yeah. Correct. Yeah.
Wild to think the Texans are probably going to make playoffs.
Yeah, they're not looking like a good team, but that division is a terrible division.
Both of the Souths, they're just terrible.
Yeah, probably can move on.
Yeah, we can move on.
Okay.
All right, next one.
Up, absolute blowout from two backup quarterbacks. Oof. Cincinnati v. the Vikings.
Yes.
Did not see this happening.
I didn't think it'd be this bad.
Yeah.
I saw it coming, but I thought it'd be a hell of a lot closer. I think if you've got any Bengals players, you are hitting the big red panic button.
The problem is you can't sell them for anything, so you almost have to hold the faith.
You have to.
And I would still.
I'm benching them. The only one I'm not benching is Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Chase nearly. I think he's a borderline wide receiver one. I think he's probably dropping down to if we're doing drafting again, probably the start of the second round, I'd say.
Yeah.
But Higgins and Chase Brown, they're like around 7 or 8 picks.
Yeah, you can bench them.
Yeah,
Chase Brown, bench him. T. Higgins, bench him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What else can we really say there?
That's about it. There's nothing on the tight end front.
Yeah, Jordan Mason.
I will say though, even though obviously terrible quarterback play, Minnesota defense is not a bad pickup. They absolutely toasted me this week, 46 points.
Yeah, even last season they were a very, very underrated defense.
It's a strong defense,
awesome. Yeah, and they've come into this season underrated again.
Which to me, maybe that means we could be overreacting a little bit on the Bengals players because this could be a very good defense.
It was bad.
But yeah,
it was really
but it was bad.
Yeah. Jake Browning. The last time he had 9 games in a row with Chase averaged less than 10 points. It was 2023.
Really? Yeah. I thought I saw a number like 12 or something, but which also isn't good.
Yeah, Browning. T. Higgins actually had more touchdowns than Chase in that time frame. So it was a little bit better for Higgins, but Chase averaged less than 10 points with him last time. They had a few games together.
Okay.
So it's not good.
Yeah, but
he still does have that upside because he is Jamar Chase.
Do you think they'll trade for a quarterback?
No, I don't think they will. I think the Bengals front office is just super, super backwards. They've got no idea what they're doing.
Agree. Yeah.
You look at what they did with Hendrickson, with T. Higgins, with Chase, all these star players, and then they didn't do anything to help Joe Burrow. Like, they go into the draft and pick up Shamar Stewart, another defensive option, when they really should have got more players on their O-line.
Yeah.
You look at what the Bears did with their O-line. They saw the problem. We need to protect Caleb Williams.
Yeah, they've invested heavily.
And they invested heavily.
Yeah.
And I think that is 100% what the Bengals should have done.
Yeah. You got probably, on his day, he's probably the best. He's nearly the best quarterback in terms of out and out passing.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. The other quarterbacks that are probably like Allen, Lamar, and Mahomes probably better than him in real play, but that's because they got the scramble upside.
Yeah.
But Burrow, yeah.
Well, that's why he's always been that top 5 sort of guy.
Yeah,
he's the only one that doesn't rush, but he's always up there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think as a franchise, they're pretty cooked now.
Yeah.
I saw one thing the other day. I think I sent it in the group chat. It was Andrew Luck. Joe Burrow's been sacked more times than Andrew Luck in the same period of time, and he retired because of injury.
Yeah.
And like, how many seasons now has Joe Burrow missed?
Yeah, and maybe people say, "Oh, he's injury prone," but when you're getting hit that often and that hard,
I think it was 201 times he's been sacked.
Yeah, and they're fucking big boys.
Like they're monsters, and he's just got no help. So again, like, it's weird to look at it, and you know that there's a clear problem, but it just wasn't addressed.
Yeah, I wonder if in the off season they go, all right, they pull the trigger and trade a few players, maybe like a T. Higgins, and try and move that cap and investment into the offensive line.
I think it's too late. Yeah, and I think they're too backwards because franchise again.
Yeah, Higgins is going to probably have a bad year now because backup quarterback all year. He's not going to have any trade value anyway.
Yeah, I think they definitely. It's really, really hard now because I think you almost need a clear house.
Yeah.
Because that defense is just decimated. The O-line's decimated. You're really looking at a few skill position players that are dynamite.
Yeah, that's
it.
I think I saw it's like 75% of the salary cap on them 4 players.
Yeah. When you're in that position, that's why I was sort of like, I was sad to see Micah go, but then when you saw that the money that he would have been getting and the salary cap hit that we would have taken,
the highest paid non-quarterback by a little bit as well.
Yeah, so it's like you can't put all that money into 3 or 4 players without sort of building that team. Yeah, so I think they're cooked.
Yeah. But moving away from them, so to Minnesota, looks like saw the news. Wentz is going to be starting again next week. So I think
he's getting another go.
Yeah, I think that's good news.
That's good.
Yeah,
he's one that I'm pretty.
Jordan Mason, he's a top 10 RB until Jones comes back, I think.
I 100% agree. Yeah. I think he's borderline top 5.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't disagree.
Actually, you know what? I think I'd probably CMC is definitely number 1. JT,
probably then Bijan.
I'd have him over Bijan.
Would you?
I'd have Jordan Mason over Bijan. Yeah, I think Cook and Mason are probably in that top 5.
Yeah.
But I'd have Mason over Bijan.
Yeah, we'll see how Gibbs and Henry go in tonight's game.
Yeah,
tomorrow's game.
Gibbs is the other one I put in there. But Mason, the reason I'd have him over Bijan is I know he's going to get all the carries. Yep. Bijan, you're more likely to see him split carries.
Yeah, and they're a good,
way better offense.
Yeah, and the defense is good, so they're going to have good positive game script.
Yep.
Then Jefferson, I think for me, he's similar to Chase now. I think he's a second round pick if you're starting drafting now.
Yeah, he's another one I think you've spent too high on to sell now. I think you just got to ride. Yeah,
which also Hockenson scored the touchdown this week. I'd be doing anything I can to try and sell him high.
Yep.
And then Addison, it'll be his first week back next week as well, which is another reason I would be looking to sell. Even I'm an owner of Addison, I'm trying to sell.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I'm interested.
I don't mind trying to start him, but I want to try and invest, move that into another productive asset.
What would you realistically accept for Addison?
Well, my hope is
what did you spend on him? A 7?
Well, an offer I put out to someone was Addison and Hunter. I know you're not high on Hunter now. For Igbuka.
Oh,
yeah, not good. Yeah.
Okay.
Not happy.
I can't believe that didn't get accepted. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Is that what you're sort of that is that what you're asking for?
Yeah, but even maybe not a Buka, maybe like a PSL or trying to, because Addison has been good.
PSL is good.
Yeah.
Amika is good.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, you're probably right.
If I'm buying Addison,
what would you be willing to give up? Would you give up? Well, probably not Scatterberg now.
Not now that he's the RB1 there, the Giants. What would I give up for Addison? I'd go with tight ends. I'd probably go Njoku. I'd be happy selling him for Addison.
Yeah, no one's going to take a tight end.
But that's sort of the value he has.
I'll see. We'll report back next week to see what I've been able to sell him for.
Yeah, just given that, like, okay, you've got Justin Jefferson, who's taken a bit of a hit, and he's a much better receiver than Jordan Addison.
You might need to try and get into someone that isn't paying attention as much. But
yeah, and then like I understand you, like whoever's drafted him has waited for him to come back. You probably don't want to be selling him low now, but just given all the pass catchers aren't really performing with the Vikings, that run game looks mean.
It does. Yeah.
You're probably not going to get too many good offers coming in.
Yeah, probably agree.
So he's probably one you probably wouldn't even want to sell.
Yeah, I'll see what I get. If I don't get anything I like, I'll keep him.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right. Next on the agenda.
The next one.
Pittsburgh versus Patriots. And I think there's a few good takeaways from this game.
Definitely. Definitely some good ones. You're a madman if you've tried to trade away Jaylen Warren. You're probably spewing if you traded him away a couple of weeks ago for Darnell Mooney.
Mooney will come good, but yeah, I am spewing.
Because it's looking like Jaylen Warren is the clear RB1.
Yeah, look at the usage, yeah.
Which is weird to have Arthur Smith with a RB1.
And I thought with his size, and he's just not your typical. He's not quite a bell cow, but he's not your typical RB1.
No.
And I thought, yeah, obviously Johnson's turned into nothing. I thought he was going to be getting more of a role as the year went on.
Yeah.
So that's why I would sell someone like Warren. But yeah, now
Caleb Johnson.
He's nearly a buy high.
Caleb Johnson.
Oh, he is droppable.
Yeah. I've actually I've got him as a buy high as well.
What would you give up for Warren?
At this rate, so I think he's definitely high end RB2.
Would you give up a PSL? Or Jameson Williams?
Jameson Williams, definitely. PSL, I think, depending, if I need a running back, then yes. Yep. If I'm okay at running back, then no. But again, with the injuries that's happened to running backs, if I had James Conner, Jaylen Warren is an awesome substitute for James Conner, I think, if I don't have Trey Benson.
Yeah.
Okay. But if I've got Breece Hall, I'm going to trade him for Jaylen Warren at this point.
Ooh, okay.
Because Breece Hall's splitting carries completely now with Braylon Allen.
True.
And the Jets are looking very average.
Yeah, they've actually got. We'll get into it, but they got the next 5 matchups are really, really juicy. So I don't mind investing in the Jets offense at the moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
So that's the main takeaway. The other takeaway. So Metcalf, yeah, I think he's got lucky again to get a touchdown this week. Otherwise, it was another pretty poor game for him.
Yep.
But I think he will turn it around. I don't see Austin being the number 1 target each week.
I think on both sides of the ball here, the wide receivers on both teams, I think the target share is really, really hard to predict. I think the Steelers wide receivers and the Patriots wide receivers, they're just like the target share is just so all over the place. There's not really a clear number 1. So if any of them have a big week, I'd be trying to sell.
Yeah.
If I've got Calvin Austin, see what you can get for him. If I've got DK Metcalf, trade him away. Get rid of him.
They've got Minnesota next week. They're going to have to throw more, but as we know, they've got a good defense. Then they got the bye. Cleveland, another good defense, but then they got Bengals.
Yeah,
I think maybe after that Browns game, Metcalf could be a buy because he would have come off 2 hard matchups and the bye.
Well, against the Bengals, they're probably just going to run that game, run the ball.
Well, yeah, and they got
Jaylen Warren
with Jaylen Warren. They got a good run game now.
So yeah, I think if I've got DK, try and trade him away. I'd be happy trading DK for Keenan Allen.
I'd probably want to get a little smidge back, but yeah, you probably could actually.
Keenan Allen's doing 20 points a game.
Yeah, I don't know how long it's going to last because McConkey isn't doing 20 points a game, and I think they would rather it in his hands. He can do a little bit after the catch.
Yeah,
Allen's probably
he's the red zone target.
He's catching and falling down.
Yeah, he's the red zone target. That's really what you want.
Yeah.
So if someone, I don't think anyone's going to take it purely because Keenan Allen was probably taken off waivers, and there is always sort of that bias almost of you got this person for free, so I'm not really going to trade him with.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
But if you can get that done, I'd be doing it.
Yeah.
Get rid of DK while you can.
Yep. And moving over to the Patriots. So I think Drake May, would you say he's a top 12 RB? I mean, quarterback now. We both had him in the.
Yeah.
I think I had him.
I think so.
Did you have him?
Yeah,
we both had him.
I think we both had him around the 10th mark.
Yeah. So yeah, he's looking good. The rushing yards is there each week.
Yeah, he's getting those design rushes now. And it's paying off. He's sort of getting that 20 plus points a game. With where you drafted him, you're pretty happy with that.
You're very happy, yeah.
And then the running backs.
So I think this is where the fun is.
Yeah.
So Stevenson fumbled twice.
The fumbling has not stopped from last season.
Yeah, and then they sort of moved over to Henderson and Gibson, and then Gibson fumbled.
Yep.
But I would say, as a big man on Henderson, obviously I had him at RB8 coming into the year.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to get there because fumbling like this is the reason he's going to take over. But he didn't really do himself any favors this week. I think out of the efficiency-wise yards per carry, he was the lowest of them. But I think it's going to get better as a rookie. I think. Yeah. But for me, if you can, I mean, he still only scored the 7 points. He's a buy for me.
Yeah, I agree. I think by week 5, 6, I think it's going to be his backfield.
Yeah, I agree. I still think that it looks like they're still going to mix him in, definitely.
Yeah, a little bit because at the end, can't even speak. Yeah. At the end of the day, he is a rookie.
Yeah, I think he's going to be very efficient with his touches. But obviously, he's not really shown that just yet. But I mean, first week he had 6 targets. This week he's had 3. If they're going to be behind in games most weeks, he's going to get them targets. Or if not, he'll get the carries. Maybe in games where they're winning, they might move it over to the senior guys to get them more carries. But I like buying Henderson, and someone I would give up for him. Who's someone you'd give up? I would give up DJ Moore, but that's obviously an easy one, I would say.
Yeah, DJ Moore would be an easy one.
Devonta Smith.
That's a tough one. I think I would.
He just had a good week.
Oh, actually, you know what? I probably wouldn't because I think I could get more for Devonta Smith with name value.
Well, then would you go Devonta Smith to a Henderson and a Mooney or something?
Potentially, yeah.
Yep.
I think, if someone came along and said, "Hey, I'll give you,"
I would do that.
Travion Henderson and Chris Olave for Devonta Smith. I'm diving
that's
on
that. Olave's nearly better at Smith at this rate.
Well, that's the thing. Like he's getting the targets. That's about it. Yeah. But Devonta Smith has that touchdown upside, and he's on a way better offense.
Yeah.
But if someone's come along with that sort of offer, 100%.
Yeah.
I don't like to be on the receiving end of a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
If it's a 2-for-1, I want to be sending the 2 players away.
Yeah. Agreed. I think most people would agree.
Yeah. But in that instance, I'd be happy to take the 2 players.
Yep. Agree. And then obviously,
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, tight end Hunter Henry. He's a good guy off waivers.
I
only picked him up last week, and I think he
was
only scored 3 points, and then now this week he scored 29. So he's up and down a lot. But that's sort of what you want at tight end.
Yeah, I said in the tight end episode, he's a steal. He's an undrafted player, finished as a tight end 12 last year, so as a tight end 1, and he was going completely undrafted.
Yeah, well, I think he went undrafted in our league.
Yeah. So yeah, he's just another solid option for Drake May. You know he's going to get targets. He's a plug and play sort of tight end depending on their matchups. So yeah, he's one that honestly after this week probably won't be on waivers.
Agree.
So yeah, if you can get him, I wouldn't go too high with Fab.
I'd probably say around the 10 mark.
Yeah, 10%.
But only if you really need a tight end. Like if you got a McBride or if you had a Bowers. I wouldn't do it if I had a Bowers.
I think he's pretty matchup dependent, just given how many tight ends there are.
Yeah, you'd need
if you're in a deeper league, he's an awesome one to have.
Yeah.
But if you're in a league where there's 12 players and there's a few just floating around, just see what the matchup's like.
Yep.
If he's got a bad matchup, drop him, go and grab a Zach Ertz.
Agree.
That sort of thing.
Yep.
But that is it for the Steelers and Patriots.
Yep.
Yep. All right, back into it. We got the one of the better games of the week, Eagles-Rams.
Yep.
I think the Eagles are the best team. I said it before, but I think they're number one.
Yeah, I would agree. And I think the reason they're so good now, obviously Hurts can rush it. Yep. Barkley had a quiet game, still 9 points. If that's the floor, and he's not going to do that probably again for the year, that's good. But AJ Brown looks like an absolute monster. I was watching it. He was covered quite well by the DBs, but he still gets the catch, still gets the yards after the catch. As a guy that I think having wide receiver 6 coming into the year, would have taken him at probably 7 behind London. First 2 weeks of the year, not good. No. I was regretting that decision. But a week like this is what he can do. And is he going to score above 20 every week? Probably not. But I think the good weeks like this, they're going to come back now because they know how good he is. He looked really good. I think maybe he was still coming back from the hamstring niggle that was in there in the preseason, the first few weeks. And I think, like I said, there was a buy low opportunity last week, but that opportunity's gone now. He's back to his original starting price.
Yeah, it is interesting. I think you got Saquon, obviously didn't do too well. It sort of shows that they're either going to throw the ball or they're going to run the ball. Yep. If they're throwing, Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, they're going to do well. If they're running the ball, they're going to do very poor, as we've seen.
Yeah.
That's why I think if I've got AJ Brown now, I'm selling high.
Yeah,
I think he's awesome. I think outside of fantasy, he's top 5 wide receiver.
Yep.
His separation is just unmatched.
Yep. Actually, I saw on a podcast earlier today that Damian Harris, ex-NFL running back, he was asking a few people who they thought was the best wide receiver in the league.
Oh.
His answer was AJ Brown.
Yeah.
He says if he had the opportunities, that's what everyone would be thinking.
Yeah.
But obviously, we always say Jamar Chase or Jefferson.
Honestly, yeah. Like
on a talent basis I
think I've previously said I think he's top 3 behind Jamar Chase and Jefferson.
You did say that, yeah. So
I think they're the only ones that sort of come close. And AJ Brown, I think that is spot on, to be honest. I think if he was getting thrown the ball as many times as Jefferson or Chase, he's probably a clear number 1.
Yep.
You
selling, if you can sell high and maybe you can get even higher than he was drafted at, maybe. But
I'd love to go for a Puka if I had him. That's what I'm going for, Puka.
But what do you have to put on top of AJ Brown for
Puka? I'd just see if I can do a straight swap.
No chance. I don't think anyone's taken that. Puka's scored more than this nearly every week.
Yeah, I know. But I think that's why I sell high, but only to the top players. You're not going to go anyone lower than. Jeez, I'd take AJ Brown over Jefferson, Chase. I'd go for a Lamb, depending on the severity of the injury. If Lamb's not going to miss any time, I'd be trying to get Lamb. I'd be going.
So I'd probably hold him, but Devontae Smith, I'd probably try and move off.
Yeah, Devontae definitely. I think the pass catchers there, both of them, try and move away from them because there's going to be boom weeks, but I think there's going to be a lot of bust weeks where this team's going to go run the ball because they're not going to be playing the Rams every week. A good team.
I think AJ Brown. I think the floor is going to be there for him now. Even last week he had the 8 targets, but only managed I think the 6 or 7 points.
Yeah.
But and now 10 targets this week. So I think AJ Brown's good. But Devontae, I think he's the one I'd be trying to sell.
Yeah.
So maybe someone I would try and sell for is I think Breece Hall.
Yep. Okay.
Or if you could try and package something a little bit with him and get to a Doomsday, probably not doable. But if you could, I'd like that.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good actually. If you can go and get in a Doomsday, that'd be that'd be probably stellar.
Or even a left field one. I'd probably nearly straight swap it to a Judkins.
If you need a running back. I 100% agree.
Yeah, if you need a running back, I think that's a good one.
Yeah, I think that's actually a really good one. Couldn't agree more.
The team in our league that owns Smith I think his running backs are Hubbard and Montgomery. So as a Kyron and Cook and Hendo owner, maybe I can try and do something there.
Yeah, Evans as well. Who's just gone down?
No, different team.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought he had Mike Evans.
Nah, this is Buddha.
Yeah.
And then what else we got? So
controversial.
Yeah, got it. He got there with the touchdown. That's about it for him, I think.
Yeah, I wouldn't be looking.
Yeah, moving to the Rams side. So as a Kyron owner, I was a bit scared coming into this week because Kyron had a couple of good usages. The number had gone up, plus he got the goal line touchdown. But yeah, it was back to.
I was trying to buy low.
You did not send me an offer, so
I was trying to buy low, and then I saw your name pop up, and I thought he's not going to accept any of this. There's no way.
Yeah, I was trying to sell him, but no one. Yeah, everyone was scared off with the usage as well. But it's back to same old Kyron. Yes, Kyron, we still got the 53 yards, and he actually looked pretty good. But he was always that first, second down in between the 20s, what we call the non-valuable touches. The third down roll and the red zone roll was back there for Kyron. And yeah, so there was a little bit of a buy low opportunity after last week, but I would say that's gone now. He's back to probably a late second round value, I'd say.
Look what he did against the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles, correct. Yeah.
So I think if he did it against any other team, there'd be question marks a little bit, but because he did it against such a good,
and that's probably a question mark I've got because this was the Eagles. They wanted him on the field a lot.
Yep.
Maybe when they come up against another team, it could be a similar issue that what Cook has.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't need him out there for the whole time, and they can go to a Kyron and a Hunter, get a bit of usage into them. So that is my only worry with Kyron. That the Rams look really good.
Yeah, too good.
Yeah, and that can be a
suffering from success.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, onto the receivers. Puka, yep, he's my number one player overall.
Although
McCaffrey is doing his best to rival that. But yeah, for me, they're a clear 1 and 2.
Yep.
And Adams, I think in terms of value, he's moved into mid-second round, I'd say. He's getting a lot of red zone. He had this touchdown and nearly caught another touchdown, but Blankenship, I believe it is, from the Eagles, just got the arm in.
Yeah.
So this game could have been even bigger for Adams.
Mid-second round, I'm just trying to think. I think I actually agree with that.
Yeah, I think he's a top 12 receiver, definitely.
I think he's definitely borderline top 12.
Yeah. So to be a top 12 receiver, you're looking somewhere in the second round.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. I think he's definitely a very high-end wide receiver 2 with wide receiver 1 upside. So yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think if you've drafted him, you're very, very happy.
Yep.
Late
4th, I took him, so I am very happy.
Yeah, definitely a good value. I think the only other sort of similar value I can think of off the top of my head was probably Jonathan Taylor. If you're taking him towards the end of your second, start of your third, because I think he's a first rounder now. The value
he's a top 5, I think.
Yeah, I think both of those players, awesome value.
Yep, great. Okay.
That is the Eagles versus Rams.
Yep. All right. On to the Jets Buccaneers. So this was another last minute winning game from memory.
Yep. Any big takeaways from this one?
For me, I think Bucky, he had all the usage this game, but the score, 13 points, doesn't scream massive. No. I think he's a buy low.
I think so as well.
Yeah, because I think he was probably a late second round pick. So he moved up a little bit for me. But in terms of his scoring, I mean, what has he done so far? Okay, 14, 18, and 13. So he hasn't blown it out yet.
Yep.
So I'm thinking potentially trying to get onto Bucky.
Yeah, I agree. I think, go and try to pick him up low.
Maybe somewhat. I do have Kyron. Maybe that's something I try and do.
That'd be a good trade. But I think that'd almost be pretty even.
It is pretty even. So it's a bit of a nothing trade for me. I'm not sure if I'll do it. I
think I'd actually rather Kyron just because I believe in the Rams offense more than the Buccaneers. That's the only reason.
I believe in them about the same. Probably the Rams a little bit more. But
it's close.
The receptions, very, very close. The receptions Bucky gets is probably the difference, I would say.
Yeah.
And then Igbuka, I think he's going to be the truth. I don't
I think
know.
he's a locked-in starter.
Yeah, well, Evans looks like hamstring. He's going to be out.
If Evans ends up an IR, you have to load up Ibuka.
Where would you put Ibuka? I would probably move him up to start of the third round.
Yeah, start of the third round. Yeah, start of the third. You're starting him if you've got him.
And if you're in dynasty drafts where you have your rookie drafts, I think, for example, one of my leagues, he went pick 12, which is, I think, pretty standard. Yeah. I think he's probably the new number one.
Yeah.
Above Genty in terms of if you're. I've seen some leagues where they do their draft 2 or 3 weeks into the year instead.
Yeah, so he's number one.
Yeah, he would be your number one, definitely.
Yep.
But so someone I would trade for him. It's a bit hard. I normally like to do a running back for a receiver trade, but the running backs have all been dropping like flies.
If I had Genty, I'd be happy trading to him.
Yeah, if I could spare the running backs, I probably would as well.
Yeah,
we'll get into it eventually, but I'm not liking that situation at all.
No, I think my big takeaway from this one is if I've got Breece Hall, I'm trying to trade him away. The next time he has a big game, I wouldn't trade now. I'd wait for his next big game and trade him away immediately. Because you got 9 carries for Breece Hall and then 6 carries for Braylon Allen. So pretty even.
So I like buying into this offense because I think if I quickly read out the next fixtures, so they got Miami, Dallas, Denver. Okay, that's not a good one. Carolina and Cincinnati, and then the bye.
After that Dallas game, trade him.
Yeah, I think
trade him away, trade him high.
Yeah, so that might be the trade situation. But the Braylon's actually as a guy, I like Braylon coming into the year.
Yeah, I think you'll probably be able to grab him off waivers.
Yeah, I just dropped him last week, but I'm probably looking to try and pick him back up.
Yeah, I'd definitely give that a go just because he's getting carries.
Yeah, and I'm still of the opinion that they might move Breece Hall off, especially like they're 0-3 now. There's a team out there that is going to make playoffs that probably needs a running back, especially with the injuries that have just happened.
Yeah.
And I think they're very comfortable with Allen, and they like Davis as well. They might just run with that for the rest of the year. But I think that is something that can happen.
Yeah.
I still think that's a possibility, and then you definitely want Allen.
Yep. Not a whole lot of real takeaways from this one. I think the only other one I've got was Sterling Shepard. I think he's a good option off waivers with Evans potentially going on IR. He's definitely missing time.
Yep. Well, Godwin might be back this week as well, but he could take a few weeks to.
He's going to take a bit of time to
get going.
Back.
Yeah.
So I think Sterling Shepard. He's a good short term sort of pickup.
If you need a starter,
Because Baker Mayfield, he's shown I don't know how many times now that he can definitely support more than one wide receiver.
They normally put Shepard in the slot. I didn't catch any of this game, but 80 yards off 4 receptions. That's quite good for him.
Yeah.
Normally as a slot guy.
Yeah, so I think he's probably one of my top waiver priorities this time around.
Yeah.
Not a whole lot of options. Given how many injuries there are, you'd think there would be a lot more standout sort of waiver wire players, but at the minute I'm looking at Sterling Shepard.
Yeah.
So
yep.
Yeah, I wouldn't go spending a heap of fab on him. Probably like 5% of what you've got.
Yeah, I'd even go a bit less to be honest. I don't know how many people would be bidding on him. I'd do probably 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
Just to guarantee you bid above the $1 bidders.
Yeah. But I'm not a whole lot of real takeaways except for that Mike Evans injury and Amika. He's going to be.
Yeah, he's going to be really good. And
he's going to be awesome.
Potentially, I don't know where I was going with that.
Don't know.
I'd be trading high for him.
Yep. Yeah, I would be as well.
These next 4 to 5 weeks, I think he's going to be really good.
Yep.
And then by then, he's going to be the established number one.
I think after 4 to 5 weeks, try to trade away.
Yeah, but I think it'll be hard to trade away because people will know Evans is coming back. I think he'll still be
someone who doesn't know.
I think he'll still be good when Evans comes back.
Yeah, I think he's definitely
that potentially could be another buy low period.
Yeah. Yep.
When the owner wants to try and sell high.
Yeah.
Could be a buy low.
Yeah, well, I mean, if the Mike Evans owner is also going in with no wins on the board, I'll be going trying to grab Mike Evans.
Yeah, if you're a 3-0 and Mike Evans' team, which now he is 0-3, but that's the same as me, so I can't be trading for him.
Yeah.
And the other takeaway, Garrett Wilson, he's getting everything in this offense.
Yeah, no surprises there.
For me, I think he's still the same value as when he was draft season.
Yeah, I agree.
That probably mid-third round pick.
Yeah. What are you doing with Justin Fields?
I did start him, but I had to drop him because he got the concussion. If you have a spare spot on the bench, I don't mind stashing him because, as I said, it is pretty good matchups the next few games. So that could be lots of rushing volume, but depends. He might not even be back for Miami. Depends how bad it was.
Yeah.
And there's no real news on whether he'll be back for that game or not.
I haven't heard a thing.
Yeah, me neither. So he'll most likely be on waivers in most league. He is on our league, and
yeah, I don't think anyone's going to pick him up.
No.
I think there's too many good options around now.
Potentially, if he's still listed as out, and I got the spare IR spot, I might just put him there so I can make that decision later.
Yeah, I think one of the better options is coming up in the next one: the Colts versus the Titans.
We'll get into that one.
All right, Colts versus the Titans. Like we we're just sort of saying, better options on waivers than Fields. Daniel Jones. I think
he's looked real good.
If he's on your waivers at the minute, go and pick him up.
Yeah, if you need a quarterback.
Yeah, even if you don't need a quarterback, I think he's a good little stash. With buys sort of around the corner.
True.
Yeah, I think he's a good little stash. I think from the looks of it, they aren't slowing down the Titans.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll be going and grabbing him.
Titans, the Colts.
The Colts.
Yeah,
you're right.
They have had
we'll see.
Relatively well. Yeah, I suppose they beat Denver. Miami and Tennessee are probably two of the better matchups.
Yeah. I think there was question marks when they were coming up against Denver, but then he's done it against Denver.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think those question marks are gone now.
Yeah.
I think Jonathan Taylor could be at the RB1.
Yeah, he's definitely a top 5 pick for me now. I would probably have him at RB3.
Yep.
Now behind CMC and Bijan.
Yeah,
that's top 5 pick.
Like I've said, I've got him above Bijan now.
Yeah. So yeah, RB2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it'd be very hard to trade because he's gone back to back, basically 30 games.
He's going to be
but maybe the owner, if you do have you've got him above Bijan, but around a Bijan or a Gibbs or someone in that range, and the owner thinks, I can turn Taylor into Bijan or Gibbs, how good? You might prefer Taylor, and you might even be able to get a little something with it.
Yeah, I think if you're trading either of them, if you're trading JT for Bijan, you haven't been paying attention.
Yeah, but so there are people out there like that. I think.
Yeah, if someone's going off namesake or draft order, that sort of thing.
I think. I think in our league, the Taylor owner, I think I would see him doing that trade to go to Bijan.
I don't think so.
He traded for Bijan last year in a similar trade.
Yeah, okay. So that'll be interesting then.
I could see him doing that.
I might go and send him an offer then. See what I can get.
Yeah. And then I think a good game from Pittman in the wide receiver ranks of
He's back to form.
Colts, but he had a good week 1. Then Downs was the guy in week 2, and now back to Pittman.
It was week 2 when they played the Broncos.
Yeah.
He was getting shadowed by Pat Surtain.
Okay, there you go.
No one does well against him.
Yeah, so I still would probably want to see it one more time before I start him in league.
Before we start him?
Yeah.
Even in the flex? Because that's where he is. That's probably where he is where you draft.
Depends where your options are, but yeah. To me, I think maybe is it this week that's the outlier, and last week was him. But that's me. I'm maybe a bit bigger or higher on Josh Downs.
Yeah.
So why I'm probably lower on Pittman.
Yeah. Okay.
But I did have someone say to me that he wanted to trade me Pittman for AJ Brown before this week. And I said, well, what do you mean? He goes, you probably prefer Pittman. He's looking like the wide receiver 1. Nah.
Yuck. Yeah, no, not happening.
And then why are you trading for him then? Why wouldn't you keep him?
Yeah, why wouldn't you keep him if he's so good?
Our answer to that one.
Yeah, that one's a wild one. I'm glad you didn't accept.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you would have got sacked from the job.
Yep.
This job.
Yep.
No longer a fantasy father.
Yeah. And then Tyler Warren, slow week, but I think he's still going to be. He's the tight end 3 for me still.
Yeah.
Rest of the year.
Yeah, I think he's a pretty solid sort of player.
Yeah.
Other side of the ball. If I've got any Titans players, I'm looking to trade them all away.
I agree. I think Pollard is a good sell. Io Manor, the rookie, out of nowhere. What do you think of him?
Trade him.
Trade him?
Trade him.
What realistically, what could you get for him though?
He's had pretty consistent scores, but it's all held up by touchdowns.
Yeah.
I think
I don't know what you'd be able to get for him.
What could you get for him? A very late round pick, I think.
Yeah.
But he's, I don't know.
Maybe if you need a tight end, you could get in a Joker or something.
Yeah, I'm potentially going. I wouldn't even go for Diggs. I think he's better than Diggs.
That's the problem. He's probably in that range where the players that have outperformed that round 8 to 10 range versus the players that were in that range that have dropped off. You probably prefer him.
If I can go and get a Juwan Jennings, I'd be happy with that.
Yeah. I'm not sure.
Similar sort of range. Bit of an injury-prone player.
Yeah.
But he's on a better offense.
Yeah.
If I can go and get a Juwan Jennings, I'll be happy doing that. That's the sort of range I'm putting him in.
That's not bad. Okay. And Calvin Ridley, so he's been 3 shocking weeks. You can't really trade him for anything, I don't think.
No, I think if he has a big one, he's similar to a few other players we've spoken about.
He's one I'm thinking of trying to go after. Just to maybe if I can give up someone similar on my bench and put him on my bench and just see what happens.
Yeah, I think if I've got him, I'll wait for a big game and sell him. Yeah. I think if I want him, I think now's the time.
Yeah.
Try and go and buy low, like you said, put him on your bench and just see what happens.
Yeah. What's something you would accept for him
though? If I've got him,
like that trade I made earlier, if I said Addison and Mooney for say.
Addison and Mooney for Calvin Ridley. Yeah, definitely, I'm taking that.
Which side are you taking?
Oh, the Addison side.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah,
they're both nearly better options than Ridley at this stage.
They are much better.
But they're drafted a lot later in our league.
Yeah, I think they're much better options. I think, just trying to think of a good option for Calvin Ridley. You couldn't even get a Trey Benson for him now.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, definitely not. Where does he take? I don't even think you get Jake Ferguson for him now.
No, he was taken now the 5th round of our league. And even that was probably high. So it might be hard to
very high.
Might be hard to get something done there.
Potentially J.K. Dobbins.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah.
But then I don't know. It's hard. His value is at an all-time low. You're trading a bench player for him.
Yeah, I agree.
He's going on your bench.
Yeah. That's it from that one.
That is it for that one. Next up. All right, what do we have next? I lost my list.
Yeah. Raiders Commanders.
You owe me a beer. Jinx.
Why?
Because we said it at the same time.
No. I actually bought the beer, so you owe me a beer.
Yeah, good. Oh. You owe me about 15 because you made me drink beer.
Yeah, true. So, probably main takeaway, Tucker, wide receiver 1?
Definitely not. I think...
yeah. Do not buy the hype. This is Jennings from last year. One good game, and then...
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah,
yeah, it is Jennings from
last year. I sold him high last. I managed to sell him for Lad McConkey at this same time last year.
Oof.
Jennings after that 40 game. But also I sold Lad McConkey for Marvin Harrison. So it didn't all work out.
See, now you're sort of convincing me to go and grab him if we're going to flip him.
Yeah. But the problem is when you're picking them up off waivers, it's hard to flip. I already had Jennings before the 40 game, which makes it seem a bit better because it wasn't from waivers.
A couple of seasons ago, I picked up Puka.
Yeah.
I had Puka, Rashee Rice, and Tank Dell. I could not give them away.
Yeah.
Because everyone looked at them like, oh, you picked them up off waivers, you got them for free. Yeah. I don't want them.
That can be the stigma sometimes. So if there is a guy that has come from waivers and you think there's potential there, usually the owner, all they're trying to do is sell him. Like last week we had the Wandale Robinson manager trying to offer him off for any player.
Troy
Franklin manager. He was a fucking pest. Yeah. And now he's had a bad week this week. Yeah, if you can. But if you see potential there, I saw a little bit of potential with Franklin, but I didn't end up doing anything.
Yeah.
But if you do see something there, usually you can get them guys off the other owner for nothing.
Yeah.
You just give up something that maybe had draft value back in 3 weeks ago, where now it doesn't matter so much.
Yeah.
So they'll do that because they think they're getting a win.
Yeah, Romeo Dubs, I've been trying to trade him away non-stop.
Yeah. I don't want him because I'd have to drop someone on my team. Then I would prefer to drop Dubs than the person.
Yeah.
Than the other person.
To be honest, he's gone in the next waiver round.
Yeah. So otherwise, Myers only the 9 points this week, but I don't mind him. I still think he's gonna. I think that's his floor.
I think he's a good buy low.
Yeah. So Another guy the owner was trying to sell him off last week. I think I'm gonna see what I can do there.
Yeah, me too.
Yep. Okay. Bowers, he's looking injured.
Yeah, Bowers
was wearing the brace today.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like it doesn't look like he's fully come back from that injury.
No, I think they're playing him injured. And Meyer, the other tight end, went down as well today.
Didn't know that.
Yeah, so I think they're going to play him for the injury, and I don't think he's going to be good.
No, I think
McBride with the other two top three tight ends. Yeah,
he's going to mix in a little bit more.
But he had the 4 targets today. It's not bad. Maybe if Meyer misses some time and Bowers is going to be this bad, he could be a sneaky. But I think my main takeaway is if you've got McBride going back to Cardinals, he is that Kelsey positional advantage now at tight end with Kittle out, Bowers looking a bit rough. We've actually got Warren and Kraft. They both had poor weeks this week.
Yep.
McBride is that positional advantage. If you're a 3-0 team, you have the depth on the bench to go out and get McBride. I think that's something I would be doing, definitely.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely got that positional advantage now. No one's really sort of coming close at the minute.
At the minute, yeah.
Surprisingly, I think the one that's sort of coming close, Juwan Johnson. I think he's...
Yeah. He has come from nowhere. We'll probably...
In our tight end video, we couldn't even remember his name.
You had him as a Smoky?
I don't think we could remember the Saints.
Maybe not. Yeah, we might have went past it.
Yeah.
I thought about it at the start of the year, but not enough to even mention it. So clearly not that much.
But I think that's...
the other one. Oh, Genty.
Yeah. I'm panicking on Genty.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. You had him. I actually had him as the rookie running back 3. Just for this year.
Yeah.
And that's looking like even that's a bad call.
Yeah. It is actually surprisingly. I'm surprised to even agree with that, but yeah.
Would you be looking to sell? Like,
really? You can't sell him now.
Yeah, I think what you said before. I've come around to it. Genty for Aguka. If you can get a player like that, I think that's a decent trade actually. Yeah,
you just got to take the L with this is your first draft pick that you've probably taken.
Yeah,
but he's not performing.
Yeah,
and especially if you're 0-3.
The good thing is, like Marvin Harrison last year and even a little bit this year, the name value.
Yeah.
So you can still go and get someone you can buy someone high that's performing and you think will keep performing. And I'm not sure. The problem, Genty's not the problem.
It's the O-line.
The O-line is terrible.
Yeah.
Still, Gino played a good game, but they're still obviously working out a bit of chemistry there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Genty, he pulls off. I've seen a few of the highlights. He pulls off unreal runs, and he'll get 2 yards because he's had to fight from 5 yards back behind the line to get there.
As soon as the ball snaps, he's got a defender on him.
Yeah, so it's rough scenes for him.
Yep. Commander's side of the ball.
Washington. It's a 3-way running back by committee.
I'm not looking at grabbing any of those running backs now. If I've got Bill, I'm probably going to try and trade him away.
I would agree. I would try and trade as well. I think he'll be better in the second half of the year, but if you're someone that needs to win now, you can try and trade him for a now asset.
Yeah, I think there's still enough hype around him.
Yeah, the touchdown saved him this week.
Yep.
But otherwise, if you're a good team, I think, maybe when he has a bad week next week, he's a good buy low. Because I think towards the end of the year, he will be that RB1. But at the moment, you can't start anyone. I mean,
no.
McNichols and Bill have both scored above 10 this week, but both touchdown dependent.
Yeah.
Against Raiders. Yeah.
Ooh, Scary Terry. Are we panicking now? I said a little while ago
he had a quad injury and he didn't come back in, but whether he was good to go and they were up by so much that he didn't need to come back in.
Yeah.
Or if there's actually something there. So I'd wait to see the injury report, and I really like the idea of buying low.
I nearly like the idea of selling because of namesake.
I nearly bought low last week, so he's someone I would go after, but I need to see the injury first.
Yeah, okay. I just think he hasn't really done much, and
he's someone maybe Addison and Mooney I would like to do.
Yeah, if you can do that, definitely.
Yeah, so I'll see. I'll have a chat to the owner. Was our special guest last week, so I'll have a chat to that Nuffy. Debo, bad week this week, but
there'll be better weeks ahead. I think the blowout.
Yeah, the blowout is the reason for that. Yeah. And then Zach Ertz, the blowout. Yeah. I actually started him in the flex this week. I was that desperate. Oof. And he was actually better than my bench, so it was a good decision.
Yeah, right. So your bench doesn't have much depth.
Yeah. Well, I got Addison coming back this week. Benson is now going to be a good starter. So looking good into the future, but not at the moment. Not for this week.
I'd Scatterbo sitting on the bench.
Sure. We'll get into that one, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, moving on.
Broncos Chargers.
Broncos Chargers.
All right, Broncos Chargers, into it. Hampton season, RB4, all of a sudden looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking a video we'll do, I don't know if we want to do it after week 6 or week 8, halfway through. I think it'd be good to review how he went in the first few podcasts, a few of the calls. And
week 8, I think that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I think Hampton looked really good.
Yeah.
And the main reason he looked good was the targets rather than the rushing, actually.
Yeah. He's going to have plenty of targets. He's going to have plenty of rushing attempts.
Yep. Yeah. He's going to be that bell cow.
Man.
He's not going to do it the way I thought he would. I thought he would just beat out Najee. But
no, I didn't think it was going to happen this way.
They gave Najee a lot of usage, actually.
Yeah, I thought it was a 50-50 split. Yeah. Which is what I thought it was going to be.
If anything, Najee, I think Hampton was getting more snaps, but I think Najee, the usage was about 50-50.
Yeah. But, I think that one's probably the big one there for this game. Hampton's probably the main man.
For me, I had, obviously, had to cool a little bit from my RB4, but I think he's right back there now.
Yeah, it's looking good.
For my RB4.
Run-heavy offense, good offense.
So for me,
and
he's a round 1 pick.
Yeah, round 1.
Oh, yeah, RB4. Got to be round 1.
Yeah, I guess.
I've got, now,
I couldn't do it.
Who did I have above him? So I had CMC,
Bijan, A-Chan, I think.
No, it wasn't A-Chan. It was someone else.
Derrick Henry. No, you didn't have Derrick Henry.
I didn't have Derrick Henry. I didn't have Gibbs.
I got a feeling it was A-Chan.
Oh, Barkley, of course.
Barkley. How we forget about Barkley?
Yeah, so for me, I would probably actually drop Barkley out, move JT above him, and then still Hampton at 4. Yeah. Or maybe he's at 5.
Yeah, okay.
But I think it's probably them clear 4, and then Hampton is the next guy.
Yep.
So JT jumping up is the only reason he's down at 5. Yeah, so I would give away a lot for him, and the problem is the guy in our league. He really rates him. He rates him as much as me.
Big.
So
he spent big on him.
He snipes me on the pick. So, but I would give up Lad McConkey pretty easily for him.
Yeah,
I'd give up.
He's the RB4.
I'd give up London.
Yep.
I'd give up Collins. I'd give up BTJ. That's a simple one.
Collins is a massive one, though.
I'd give up Collins. Yeah.
Yeah, Collins is a big one.
Mainly because he's had 2 good weeks. You can get that value. And I'm just not sure how good that Texans offense is going to be.
I think, if I've got Collins, I'm getting rid of him.
Yeah.
I think, pass catchers for the Chargers, I think they can all be started.
Yep, I agree. I would start all of them, yeah.
Going into this game, I thought, okay, this is the one where Quentin Johnson has his down game.
Yeah.
But he didn't.
I did not see this coming. I had him essentially all of his rookie year and most of last year as well.
Yeah.
Off waivers, just hoping he would turn it around. Never came, so I was out on him this year. Yeah,
Spiona didn't put a waiver claim in for him.
Yeah, well, actually, I preferred your Samson, your Booty.
Yeah.
Well, he's turned into nothing.
Yeah. I think he might be like probably the week 1 sort of waiver claim is probably the best one.
Yeah.
Probably not being a big thing. But I think, Lad McConkey, Allen, Johnson, they can all be.
Do you see Lad as a buy low, or you think you're a bit scared because of the competition?
I think
the owner would have spent probably end of second round. Or
he's
start of
probably
third.
a buy low,
Yeah.
I'm not really worried about the target competition because they've shown now for a few weeks that all of them are going to do well.
Yeah. Would you rather Adams or McConkey?
Adams or McConkey? Adams.
I think it's pretty close, yeah. I would probably lean Adams.
Wait, Adams?
Yeah.
Devontae Adams?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not even close.
How many Adams do you know?
Devontae Adams by a mile.
Okay, by a mile for you.
Yeah, by a mile.
I would lean Adams.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Devontae Adams by a long way.
Okay.
I'd have him. Devontae Adams 12, 13. I think McConkey's 20.
What about London and BTJ or McConkey? I would probably go London, McConkey, BTJ.
Yeah, that's how I'd go. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I'd probably go McConkey over London now.
Yeah, you would?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think McConkey has more touchdown upside. I think they're both going to get similar amount of targets. I think McConkey has more of a touchdown upside than London. I think that's where the big difference is.
Yep. Otherwise, I think the other takeaway for me is maybe for your dynasty or stash leagues, but the tight end Gadsden.
Yeah, I was liking him.
This is actually the first game he's been active for, and he got 7 targets.
Yeah.
He was a wide receiver in college initially, and then moved to the tight end position.
Yep.
So he could be like that, almost Fannin 2.0.
Yeah, I think he's definitely one to monitor. I'm not going to go and grab him this week, but if he does it for the next 2-3 weeks, then he's one that I'll look to go and grab off waivers. But
especially during buys, he could be a handy fill-in.
Yep, 100%.
But yeah, he is the 4th option there, really. Or even 5th if you count Hampton.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Over to Denver.
Yeah, the Broncos. I think the big one there was Sutton. He's gone back to normal.
Yep.
He's doing exactly what you expect. I think the whole team is basically back to normal. This is what you're going to expect from them for the rest of the season. I think J.K. Dobbins, he gets the majority of the carries.
Yeah. Do you see it flipping to Harvey at any point, or do you think it needs an injury?
I think they've brought in Dobbins on a 1-year contract. I think Harvey's the man of the future. I think they're going to run Dobbins into the ground while they've got him. I think they're going to use him.
Same as the Chargers did last year.
Yeah, I think while they've got Dobbins, 1-year contract, don't put anyone else at risk.
And he is good.
And he's good.
He's just good.
Yeah, use him where you've got him because he does really well. So there's no reason to put Harvey in, I don't think, at this point.
I think the usage will get closer to 60-40 than it is now, with Dobbins still being the 60. But yeah, if he's scored a touchdown every game so far, been above 14 or 15 points.
Yeah.
You're starting him every week. So I think towards the end of the year, Harvey will become usable.
Yeah.
And they'll both be good flex plays, I think.
Yeah.
So would you buy low on Harvey or not really?
No, not really.
Yeah.
I'm not looking to grab him at all.
Would you buy high on Dobbins?
No.
Yeah, me never.
No, I think
bit risky with the injury history.
Yeah, I think you'd be buying very high as well.
Yeah.
Just with the running back premium and how well he's done. It's just nothing I'd really want to give up for his value, I suppose.
I don't.
Oh no.
That's all
right.
Right. And Franklin, is he droppable, or would you still keep a roster spot for him?
Drop him. Yeah, drop him.
All right, the Saints Seahawks. Not a whole lot of takeaways here. I think the Saints players, they suck. The Saints team, they suck. But there's a few players there, the few main key players, your Kamaras, your Olaves, your Shaheeds. They're going to get volume. So they're going to go into your flex spots. You're probably going to be pretty happy with their floors.
Yeah.
But that's about it for the Saints. What do you think about Seahawks?
Seahawks, I think, Kenneth Walker, don't even mention much there. The usage, obviously great with Charbonnet out. The snap share won't look good on paper, but that's because they blew him out of the water. So they just rested him. JSN, I think, is the main talking point here. He's moved up, I think, what has he scored these last 3 weeks? Yeah, 19, 18, and 20. So he's looking like he's going to be that mid to low wide receiver 1. So he's someone I would be taking, I think, in that spot where we were taking London, Collins, and who was the other one? BTJ. In that late first, early second. Yeah. I would have him probably as a late first pick now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, 100% he's a wide receiver 1 at this point. You're very, very happy if you drafted him.
Oh, yeah.
I think that is basically, I think Cooper Kupp, he's
borderline drop.
Yeah, he's borderline droppable. Name value, you could probably get some sort of trade done.
Yeah.
If I've got him, I'm trying to trade him away.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think that's probably about it for this.
Yeah, no, that's it, yeah. Maybe someone potentially in a few weeks from the Saints side if Kamara has a good week or two, he's someone I'd be looking to sell. But he should give you a better floor than what he did this game.
Yeah, I agree. All right. The next one we've got the Cowboys versus the Bears.
Yep.
This one was painful. This one was very painful actually. Yep. I think about it. I tried to forget about it. So you got obviously CD Lamb going down 0 points, injured on the first snap.
Turns out first snap was it?
Yeah. They lined him up at running back.
I saw that. Yeah.
So turns out
I saw the highlight. Yeah.
Lining him up at running back might put him at risk. I feel like we've seen that before.
Is that how he got his done as well?
No, he was blocking. But he wasn't playing wide receiver.
Yeah, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully he's not out for too long.
Yeah, we haven't got any updates yet, but
I keep saying 1 to 2 weeks at this point.
Yeah.
Initially high ankle, 4 to 6.
Best case scenario.
Now I'm saying 1 to 2. So
if he does miss any time, Ferguson and Pickens, they are obviously locks in your lineup.
Yeah, I think Pickens is a very, very startable at that point. Yep. Very startable.
Yep.
And Ferguson.
And even potentially, even with the fact like he had 17 points this game, I think if you're sitting pretty and you've got a team that needs a win, you could even look to sell him high now with everyone expecting Lamb to miss.
And
maybe if it gets confirmed that he's missing, Pickens will become a very good trade asset, I would say.
Yeah, he's very attractive, especially to whoever has CD Lamb.
Even that, yeah.
Yeah.
And Ferguson, he's probably.
Do you think he's a top 12 tight end?
Oh, definitely.
He wasn't drafted as well.
I was going to say potentially him and Kincaid are probably battling for around the 7 and 8 mark. I would still have Kittle the rest of the year above them.
Yep.
And then you've got the other guys ahead of that. Yeah, they're the next run, 7 or 8. They're above Njoku, above Laporta.
Yeah. Yep.
For me, yeah.
Cowboys side of thing, I think Javonte Williams. I think this game sort of showed without a touchdown, this is what you're probably going to get. This is his floor. That sort of 10 to 12 point range.
This is a great floor.
Yeah, it's good. He's still pretty inefficient, but
the fact that they're giving Sanders so many touches,
he's getting a lot of the goal line work.
Yeah.
So I could see a world where he kind of just doesn't really have any more touchdowns in him. It's all just going to go Sanders' way when they're sort of getting into the red zone. But for where you drafted him, you're very happy with what you got.
Yep. Prescott, is he still a top 12 quarterback the rest of the year?
I think so, yeah. They sorely missed CeeDee Lamb in this game. You can tell there was a massive, massive difference in how the game played out. But I think, yes, Dak Prescott's still pretty locked in as a...
Yeah, the reason I ask is because I think potentially the way the Bears are playing, Caleb Williams could be moving into that top 12 for me.
Oh, no, it was the Cowboys that made him look good.
True, but he has looked quite
good. The Cowboys made Russell Wilson look good.
He's had a 24, a 17, and 29 point week. And I think the reason he's looking good is because they have to pass in the touchdown. Like, between Monongai and Swift, they're not power backs.
Yeah.
They're not really the guys you can give it to in the red zone and they'll a couple of carries and they'll push it in. He has to pass there. So the 4 passing touchdowns today. And I think he looked really good. And he's potentially... I'm undecided whether I want to try and package him with someone and move into a better running back or receiver, or if I just keep him and run with him as my quarterback for the time being.
I think, it's a pretty hard one.
Yeah, you got Vegas and the bye.
I think the Cowboys did make him look a lot better than what he is.
Yeah, I think obviously today is a great game.
Yeah. If you're trying to sell, I think now's a good time.
Yeah, and along with that, I would definitely say Swift, he managed the 10 points today. But because of that reason, Monongai, he came in a bit more usage this game. And Swift, he's not really getting, I don't know if he has scored a touchdown yet.
Yeah.
To check, but I'd be looking to try and sell him for something now. I think before the usage becomes closer to 50-50 potentially.
Yeah, the Bears running backs are very poor. If I've got Swift, I'm trying to trade him away as quickly as I possibly can.
Yeah.
I think Monongai is probably a top waiver addition this week, if he's available.
Yeah.
But I think Swift, get rid of him while you can.
I think after calling Connor my big sell last week. I think it could be Swift this week.
Yeah, I agree. He's one that definitely get out of it.
Dunze, another touchdown. I think that's 4th for the year now.
Yep,
he's someone, I think he's probably a second round pick for me now. Maybe early 3rd.
I think 3rd.
Early 3rd, but I could see a late 2nd.
Yep.
And that means DJ Moore scored the touchdown, but he's probably around 6, 7, 8 pickish, probably 7.
His touchdown was it was just the Cowboys. There was about 3 or 4 players just on no one.
Yeah,
they left him to. It was.
This is a good sell high. Because I don't think there's going to be many. There'll be a few games like this throughout the year, but he's going to be a hard person whether you start or not.
Yeah, I think his value is already low, but I think it's going to go lower.
Yeah, agree.
I think sell him.
And my number one waiver pickup is probably going to be Luther Burton this week.
Yeah, my number one as well.
I have heard actually some DJ Moore trade rumours. Potentially the Bears might be looking to see if they can offload him to someone. And if that's the case, then Burton will become the number 2 option in that offense. And for a waiver pickup, that's a good. And obviously 19 points this week. Couple of big plays.
Yeah, I agree. He's definitely my number one. I think they're sort of the big takeaways from this one.
Yep.
Cowboys suck. If you've got any players going up against the Cowboys,
potentially next week, just for Chicago. Loveland did get injured. They're playing Vegas next week. Maybe Komet if you need a streamer tight end.
Yeah, potentially.
Could be an option, but there is lots of options, so you might not need to go there.
Yeah, I think if you've got any players going up against the Cowboys now, you can probably start them.
Yeah.
All right, the last game, not for the week, because we still got the game tomorrow. I think that's Detroit-Baltimore.
Correct, yeah.
But this one, Chiefs-Giants. I think my big takeaway for this one is if you drafted Pacheco, you are spewing.
Yep.
Yeah, just completely splitting carries with Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, it's literally 50-50.
Kareem Hunt's looking better, I think.
He got the touchdown today. Yep.
Yeah, so I think, if you went and grabbed Pacheco, hoping he would return to some sort of form prior to the injury, he's not going to do it, and you spew him.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. You probably spent a 6th round pick on him.
You've wasted a 5th or a 6th round. Right?
Yeah, it is a shame.
But that was my big one. And then on top of that, Tyron Tracy going down with an injury.
Yes.
So Cam Scatterbo, his time to shine.
Well, where would you rank him now in terms of?
I think he's probably where Pacheco was taken.
Yeah, I'm thinking Benson's around a round 5 pick now, following Connor injury. Would you say Scatterbo's about the same?
Yeah, around that. I suppose 5th or 6th round.
We don't know yet how bad Tracy's injury is yet, but as long as he's out, he's got that value.
I love watching him play.
Oh,
he's just downhill.
Just a mental case. He's good fun to watch. Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see how many games you get out of him.
I love the hype videos that they have at training. He's just always screaming.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's the exact player you want.
Yep.
In the team.
But they're the 2 big ones for this one. I think Malik Neighbours getting basically no targets for.
No, 7 targets.
It was a lot of the game. He had nothing.
Yeah, well, he was out for most of it.
Yeah, I think.
I need to check off the. Hasn't mentioned it here. I did see he got carted to the locker room.
Yeah.
Sleeper notification.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Shoulders headed to the sidelines. But
watching the game, he did very little.
Yeah.
I think the Chiefs just sort of locked him down too much.
I think so. Plus, Wandale, even as their second option, he did nothing as well.
Yeah.
I think it's just a good defense they come up against.
Yeah. The only other sort of takeaway I think here, Tyquan Thornton, he's last on my waiver priority, but seems like he's a pretty decent boom or bust sort of candidate at the minute. Well, Xavier Worthy's not in.
Yeah, that's 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
About 10 points.
Both coming with big touchdowns though.
Yeah.
So
do you think Worthy's back next week?
Potentially.
Yeah.
And I think if Worthy's back in the lineup.
Do you think he'll be 100% there?
No.
I think he's just going to be just a guy out there.
Yeah.
Just stretching the field with his speed.
I don't think he'll be 100%, but I think he'll do enough to make Tyquan Thornton irrelevant again.
Yeah.
If he is playing.
I agree. Yeah.
So I think if no Xavier Worthy, then go and grab Thornton as a as a backup option, just boom or bust. He's either going to give you 0 or 20. Or 15 plus. Sorry.
Yeah. I'd probably steer clear because a couple of weeks ago it was Hollywood.
Yeah.
Last week, and I guess this week's been Thornton. Next week it might be Juju, and then it might be back over to Worthy, and then Rice is back.
Yeah, he's definitely
a last
priority.
Kelsey mixing in.
Anyone else. Yeah. But outside of that, there's not really Noah Gray mixing in a little bit.
Yeah, your man.
Yeah, my man. How many targets? 6 targets.
Yeah, 6. That's pretty good.
So, it's like I said, he was the tight end 30 something.
Yeah.
So he's not a little bad stash.
So if you're in a really deep league.
In the 32-man league, I've started him.
Oh yeah, you've got him. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. So he's not a little bad addition.
Yeah.
Bad little addition. Yeah, not a whole lot to really go off there. It was a pretty boring game.
Yep, agree. Yeah. That's it.
Right.
Yeah. So that's all the games of the week so far. We've obviously got Detroit and Baltimore coming up tomorrow.
Yep, tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Other than that, we'll move on to waivers.
Yes.
I think I've already said my number one guy is Luther Burden.
Yeah, our number one is the same.
Same?
I got Luther Burden as my number one as well.
Yep.
My second favourite, Sterling Shepard.
I don't mind that.
Yep. With Mike Evans going down, I think he's going to be the wide receiver too.
Yep.
I think Baker Mayfield is an awesome quarterback, so I think
actually
he'll do well.
I will say that if you're in a league out there and Benson is on waivers, he is your number one.
Oh, yeah.
And I would probably spend 100%. This is the guy that comes from waivers and wins you the league.
Yeah, I think if you're in a competitive league though,
he's already gone. But if he is out there, you've got to get him.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, if you're in a competitive league, he's not available. But if he is, definitely go and grab him. My third option, Tyquan Thornton, and then the fourth, Trey Tucker. That's where I'm sort of going with my waivers at the minute.
Yeah, I don't mind Torrey Horton. I mean, he scored the one offensive touchdown and the one specials team touchdown. It seems like they're using him quite a bit. But otherwise, I think if you're in a bit of a hole, like myself, I'm actually 0-3 in our league. Been quite unlucky. I've come up against the second top scorer, the top scorer, and then the top scorer versus the first 3 rounds. A bit of a...
And the Vikings defense.
Yeah, and the Vikings defense this week put me for 46 points. But yeah, potentially Sterling Shepard, my last flex spot is looking a bit rough. He could come in if Mike Evans out now and give me 10 points. So yeah, he's actually one I might consider, but Luther Burden is the number one priority.
Yeah,
I think.
Definitely, yeah. Luther Burden, he should be your number one.
Yeah. Other than that, anything else?
No, that's all.
Welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Welcome back for
working
life.
Yeah. All right, well, we'll see you next time.
Yep. Enjoy.
See you later.
There.